Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. Alibaba from sunny Thailand with Photoshop in front of him. How you doing, everyone out there? We are back at it again. In this tutorial, we're going to be doing another brighten, sort of sharpen up the eye technique. Okay. What I first want to do is I want to come to the layers. Actually, I had someone ask me how I made my thumbs to be bigger. All you need to do that is you right-click in the open space here. Right click and you can choose the size of the thumb you want. You can have a small thumb. For video tutorial purpose, I'm making it large so you can actually see, but that's how you do it. Just right click and choose the size in there that you want. So what do I want to do first? First I want to duplicate this layer, okay, and it's great to duplicate it just so if I go crazy with these eyes I can throw this layer away and I still have the original picture there. Okay, now that we've duplicated the layer, I want to go to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharpen Mask, okay? And this will bring up the Unsharpen Mask dialog box. Now, all I'm interested in here, if you notice in the picture, it's sharpening everything, yeah? I don't matter about that. All I'm interested in here is the eye, okay? So I just want to look at this eye. What you have here is you have the amount, so the amount of sharpen. This is full throttle and this is no sharpen, okay? So you got the amount, you got the radius of the actual sharpen, okay? So you'll notice if I move this out of the way, the sharpen is going from light to dark. It's adding like shadow effects and all sorts. It's not really what I want in this tutorial. I just want to keep it simple. And then you got the threshold is the threshold of the actual sharpen, and if I bring it right to the edge, pretty much you won't see any sharpen. Okay, so we're looking good. We got all that fixed. I just want to actually move the radius up just a little bit and the amount I want to move up. I like to overdo it in this. I like to make more sharpen than I actually need because then we can come into the opacity and we can change all that ourselves later. It's better to have more than less, if you know what I mean. So once I'm sort of happy with what I got, I'm going to hit OK, and you'll notice it's applied it to the whole of this actual picture. Okay, if I show you what I mean, there's before, there's after. We got this real sharp look. What I want to do is add a mask. Okay, now I want to add an invert mask. An invert mask is that black mask that we were playing with in the last tutorial. If I was to come down the little mask button here and click on that, you'll notice it has this white mask box here. But this doesn't really help me because what this is doing, this is applying a mask, okay, underneath, which means that now I've sharpened this image. To get back my real image, I would need to come to a black, and let's bring the brush up, and all I would do is paint with black as my foreground color, and that will bring the original image in behind. That's not what I want. What I want to do is I want to do it the opposite way, okay, where I invert that. So I have a black mask here, so all I need to do is just bring back out the eyes. The way to do this is come to Mask, hold down Alt or Option on your keyboard, left click on that button. You'll now notice this is the original picture that we got, okay, this is the picture that we started with. This is exactly what I want, because now what I can do with white as my foreground color, my paintbrush selected, I want to probably make a lot smaller brush, and I also want to zoom right in. I'm just going to hold down Alt or Option on my keyboard, and then with my middle mouse scroll button I just scroll all the way in, okay, just so I'm in nice and close. Probably need a bit of a smaller brush, and like I say, with white foreground, with the mask selected, white foreground color, I'm just going to bring back that sharpen effect we just did a minute ago. Okay, now if you make a mistake on this and say, oops, I just sharpened too much, no problems. Hit X on your keyboard, which will flip you back to background color, and then you can just come back and delete the mistake you just made. Okay, this is what I love about masks. Holding down spacebar so I can move across. This is what I love about masks. You have so much freedom that you can, you know, especially if you're doing a lot of deletion work and stuff, you can really use it very easily just by switching black to white. Okay, so I'm just gonna, that's looking good, and yep, that's looking very good. Probably done a bit too much there. You can really get obsessive with this if you wanted to. I do. So this is it. They're obviously way too bright. They're not looking real, but you're getting the general idea. Let me show you the before, and then this is the after. So you can see a massive whitening. What I want to sharpening, sorry. What I want to do is I want to bring the opacity down. just click next to the word. You'll notice there's 2 arrows. Left click, drag the opacity down. It's just too wild. It's not what I want. I just want to have that effect of just that little bit sharper, just sort of more like that. Okay. What you can also do, if you wish, you can actually duplicate this layer. So I'll left click, drag it down to the new layer icon. Okay, and now you can change this blend mode to something different. You could change it to something like screen. Screen would really make those eyes come white now. Maybe I have to come to the underneath layer as well. Just drag that down. Like I say, I'm not going for an effect of this woman looking, you know, eating vegetables all her life and has these big white eyes. I'm having the effect of just that little touch. That's all I want. I just want that little difference. If I zoom out, okay? If I zoom out so you can have a look. If I hold, this is a little thing I wanted to show you actually. To do this before and after thing, if you've got lots of layers, if you hold down Alt or Option on your keyboard, click on the bottom background eye thing here, left click, you'll notice that all the dots above it disappear, which will allow us to see the original image. So this is before. When I left click on it again, this is after. Okay, so we're starting to get the look I want. Before, after. And there we go. That's pretty much how, that's the technique on how to do it. Again, you can come in, play with the opacity, add stuff, take away stuff, and you'll be able to get something that looks from like this, which has that haze glazed look, to something where it just brings the eyes out. Again, it just might be too bright, but we have the opportunity of coming down with the opacity and making that different. That's it for this tutorial. Check out my website and YouTube. Any questions, any problems, please let me know, and I'll catch you guys and girls at the next one-stop tutorials. Laters.